Hello everyone, welcome to the AI Educator. I am Salman Ibn Yunus. This is the first video of our new tutorial series about deep learning with PyTorch. In this tutorial series we will gradually learn how to code deep learning with PyTorch from scratch. So in this video, first of all we must have some prerequisite knowledge. So before starting this course, you must have knowledge about Python and Python data structures, and also you should have some basic idea about machine learning and deep learning and artificial intelligence. So we will not cover those stuffs in this course or playlist. In this playlist we will start right away with deep learning using PyTorch. Of course we will cover some basics of PyTorch, but we will not go into the basics of machine learning and Python. So I would request all of you who want to start this course they should learn Python and machine learning at first, or else it will be difficult for them to understand. So first of all we must know what is artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence is that intelligence which allows machine to learn on their own, machine to learn and think on their own and to think like human being. We all know what is artificial intelligence, so also I want to shortly cover what is deep learning. So deep learning is a subdivision of artificial intelligence. So in deep learning is mainly this allows the classification when we deal with non-linearity. So deep learning helps us. We can do classification using deep learning. So deep learning is mainly about neural networks. So also we will not cover the theories of neural network in this course. So there are lots of good videos about the theories of neural network which I will try to add in my description. So deep learning is mainly about neural networks, about neurons, and deep learning, as you know, that deep learning and neural network structure gets the inspiration from human brain and neurons. So there are lots of good videos covering neural networks over the internet, so you will get that. So mainly in deep learning we do supervised classification tasks, like if you want to identify whether if, for example, if we have images of dog breed and different dogs, then we can from the images we can apply deep learning models to identify or to classify the breed of dog. So in this way we can use deep learning mainly with image and text data. So deep learning is very useful for non-linearity. It is actually deep learning has activation functions which allows non-linearity. Also I want to cover a few other things here, like deep learning we know that uses large amounts of data to approximate functions whose inputs and outputs are like way apart. Like we can give input as image or text, as I have already told. And machine learning also we must know that it relies on feature engineering and other stuffs, so you should have some knowledge on that as well. So what does neural network actually do? It has the ability to ingest data and extract useful representations on the basis of data we provide. So it is quite powerful. So when we feed the raw data into the model, it finds out or extracts useful features, like convolutional neural network extracts useful features. So you must also have some knowledge about convolutional neural network, but we will cover them as well here. So why PyTorch, and what is PyTorch? So the PyTorch is a library for Python programs that helps us in doing deep learning projects. So it is quite flexible and allows deep learning models to be expressed in a very good way with Python. So also PyTorch provides an excellent introduction to deep learning, and it is already proven quite well in high profile works, and also it is great for debugging as well. So PyTorch actually has a core data structure called tensor, which is a multi-dimensional array that shares like that has many similarities with NumPy arrays. So you must also have some idea about NumPy arrays. That will be easier for you to learn. So I have videos with NumPy array in my channel, named Salman Ibn Yunus. So I will also add that in the description. So PyTorch actually is quite well to perform mathematical operations on dedicated hardwares, and also it makes it easier to design neural network architectures and allows training on individual machines and parallel computing resources. So in short, it is comfortable using PyTorch to build deep learning projects. Many software engineers, data scientists, and students use it in their projects. So as I said, you must have some experience in Python data types, classes, floating numbers. So why PyTorch? So as I have already said, PyTorch is flexible and allows us to carry out a wide range of complicated tasks. Also PyTorch is simple and easier to understand. That's why many researchers and practitioners find it useful to learn and debug. So as I was saying about the data type tensors, which allows us to hold numbers, vectors, matrices or arrays in general. So if you know NumPy, PyTorch will be quite familiar for you. So also there is another reason why PyTorch is quite relevant for deep learning, because it provides accelerated computation using graphical processing units or GPUs. So if we use GPU, then it's like 50 times more speed up happens compared to CPU. Also PyTorch provides like some support of numerical optimization, and which deep learning uses. So PyTorch is also a high performance library and also takes less time to train with GPUs. So there are also like lots of advantages for which we use PyTorch. PyTorch is quite flexible, it has high performance, works well with GPUs. So mainly if we TensorFlow is like good for production, but PyTorch is good for research and teaching, and also like for research purpose it is good. So those who are interested in more research, they must learn PyTorch. So there is some like basic hardware requirements which we need for PyTorch. Like we need GPU for deep learning, for faster processing. As I have said, CPU is quite slower. So if we use, like as you are seeing, Google Colab, it has some built-in GPUs here in cloud, so you can like select GPU from here and code using GPUs in Google Colab. With like you don't have to buy anything if you use Google Colab, but also of course there are some limitations, so it's better to use your own GPU like NVIDIA GPU or something similar. So the core PyTorch actually modules for building neural networks are located in torch.nn. There is something called torch.nn. We will see those in our next video. So this provides common neural network layers and other architectural components. Fully connected layers, convolution layer, active functions and loss functions can all be found in torch.nn. So those components are used to build and initialize model. So in order to train a model, we need some other stuffs as well. So mainly PyTorch is all about tensors. It works with tensors, and in production we can use formats like ONNX. So there is also a dataset class in PyTorch, which is torch.utils.data. Also like there are like data loader class for loading data from dataset, which is in the background. So there are like lots of classes like this, and also there are like this torch.nn.parallel.distributed and distributed submodel can be used if we use additional hardware or GPUs. So also provides CUDA support in PyTorch. So usually like 8 GB of RAM and like an NVIDIA GPU of 1070 or better is NVIDIA GTX 1070 graphics card is good for like for PyTorch. And you also require a CUDA enable capable GPU. So actually large neural networks take hours to train often. So if we have a good GPU, the time will be quite less. There are some, so you can use Colab for GPU, which supports CUDA already. So we are seeing here, this is called Jupyter Notebook. So Jupyter Notebook, you'll have to install PyTorch in Jupyter Notebook. So we will see it how to install them as well. So that's all from this video. I hope you understood what is AI, what is deep learning, and what we are going to cover in this tutorial series. I'm looking forward to this new tutorial series, and I hope you will stay with the AI educator to learn deep learning from this amazing tutorial series that we are coming up with. So thank you all for your time and understanding.